What do you make of it?
Like the way the guys come out today and applied it from the get-go, and then the second half not to come out complacent and to continue that on, that's a good sign for me to see. One of these games just doesn't make the season, so we need to continue with the momentum that we're playing with right now.
You must have liked the focus that they came out with from the very start, and you would have drilled that into them because you know that Tasmania might have played 36 hours earlier, they might have been missing key players and all of that, but you know that they would come out and compete. So how impressed were you just with how focused your guys were from the very start?
Look, when you come down into this building and you're playing against the champions, it's imperative that you start the game like that. They're very clinical in the way that you make them. You have to go and beat them. I thought our execution was very good, and over the last couple of weeks we're playing very unselfish basketball, and everyone is involved. Everyone gets rewarded with the great play. So that's the encouraging thing for me. But then at the defensive end, we had some really good moments as well.
Yeah, I was going to say that at both ends of the floor you were impressive. You ended up winning the rebound count as well. Was there much you didn't like? I mean, what most impressed you?
For us to maintain our level of play for as long as we did, probably the best we've done this year.
Just on Bryce, I mean, he was feeling it in that first quarter, but even when he's shooting like that and he's going for points, I mean, the opposition has to focus their attention on him, but gee, he's such a good passer and creator, isn't he? I mean, he makes everybody around him better, and he showed that again. I mean, he still had 9 assists while scoring 32 points in the 28 minutes.
Absolutely, and I think slowly but surely, although he's putting up these great numbers points-wise, he's starting to get the credit he deserves with the distributing and playmaking ability he has.
Important to get Christian back as well, and he got through 14 minutes and he looked good out there, and he's only going to be better for the run too.
Yeah, look, you're correct, and I've talked about this. We've been very fortunate with the guys that have been on the sidelines with injury over our time. We've been able to bring them along at a nice pace. Keanu Pinder probably like a month ago when he missed a couple games, same thing. Christian now. Hopefully that's Ty Webster in the near future. So the way we're playing, those guys have come in and embrace what the team is doing and just added another dimension to it.
Just to you, Ben, I mean, you know how tough of a place this is to come down and win. You saw what they did to Adelaide, against the odds on Friday. So it must be a good feeling amongst the group with what you're able to do today.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's my first win in Tassie actually, so it was good to get this one. But I mean, we had a good week of practice. I feel like everyone came prepared. We knew what they were going to do. We knew they were an aggressive team, and I think we just came prepared.
What's it like being the point guard and playing alongside Bryce right now, knowing that you can either help set him up or he can set up for you, or just playing alongside him with the gravity that he creates? What's it like being his teammate right now?
It's great. I mean, he's the best player in the league right now, for sure, and I think we're starting to learn how to play with each other more. And I mean, yeah, you can see it. He draws so much attention, so he's going to get other guys open. And even when I have the ball, guys are worried about him, so there's a lot more room on the floor. But yeah, I'd probably just say we're just starting to really figure out how to play with each other, and I feel like he's starting to put more trust in me.
Yeah. As a team, so you've now won 5 of these 6 games on the road in this stretch, Ben. I mean, what's been working? Why is the group being able to overcome that loss to the Hawks and now play some really good basketball away from home?
I think it starts defensively for us. I mean, if we're getting stops, we're getting rebounds and running, that's how we want to play. We want to play fast. But, I mean, it just comes down to effort. And I think you saw tonight we came out ready to play from the jump.
John, last one from me, and then I'll let Craig take over. To go 5-1 in this road stretch, you've got Brisbane to go, and then you get to finally go and play at home. 5-1's just about as good as you can hope for in this stretch. How pleased have you been, and especially given how bad the Hawks loss was, to have won the other 5? What have you liked about this stretch?
Our consistency to win on the road now. Very disappointing Wollongong loss, So for me, after that one, it was how were we going to bounce back, being on the road for, more games. We've navigated that so well, but as you said, we have one more left on the road, so we can't get fat and happy right now.
Craig, when you're ready.
Yeah, John, the speed you played at today, like it was breakneck speed, but it didn't look rushed. Like it's a very big balance between rushing and putting up silly shots and playing at the speed you went at. How do you balance that when you're preparing for a game like that?
The guy with the ball, we put a lot of faith in whoever that is to create the pace, and then our spacing, but then also just making the right decision. And the easiest way is your assisted turnovers. When we can't generate that, our turnover count is usually a little too high to my liking. But you saw tonight with the pace, and we just put great trust in each other in making good decisions. And as Ben talked about before, I think the group is starting to really trust each other in different moments and where we can maximize each other's skill level in different spots on the floor.
So Ben, when it was, especially early, when it was moving, both teams moving the ball really quick, how were you looking at trying to settle it down at the right moment to take the shot rather than going a little bit too early at different points?
I think it's just poise. We knew they had an overtime game a couple of days ago, so we wanted to play fast. But obviously, you got to be smart when you're playing fast. You got to know the right time to take those shots. But I think tonight we were good with playing fast, but playing under control and keeping those turnovers down.
Does John give you a fair bit of freedom to make decisions out there, Ben, or as a group, or are you playing fairly structured still, or is it more going on a bit of instinct?
A bit of both. We're not going to be robotic out there. If we see something that's open, we're going to try to score, and that's how JR likes us to play. He likes us to be ourselves, obviously, first, and then we have our structures that we set up to start the offense. But as I said, if something opens up, we're going to take that option.
JR, was it important for you not to have to put a lot of minutes into a lot of guys tonight, given the size of the league, when you know you're playing Wednesday and Friday as well?
Oh, look, it was certainly nice to do that, but I don't go in with that mindset. My mindset is to win the game first and foremost, and whatever that takes. So you saw, like, when we're dialed in and we give the game the right attention for a consistent period of time, everyone gets in on the action then.
And have you been keeping one eye on your percentage at all over the past few weeks and seeing it rise and no? It's not important to you?
No, first and foremost, you got to win the game. And then if you play the right way, that takes care of itself. If you start worrying about all of that type of stuff, you're worrying about the wrong things. It's about how we're playing. Are we playing the right way at the offensive end, or are we playing the right way at the defensive end? And if we do that with the guys on our roster, those things that you're asking about, they'll take care of themselves.
Was Winler okay? Came off looking sore? Is there any dramas there?
Oh, come on, Craig. Your eyes are playing tricks on you.
Thank you.
Over to anyone else? All good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.